John Travolta is the latest Hollywood star to be accused of sexual assault. Controversial Colin Kaepernick is GQ's Citizen of the Year. And Adam Sandler finally dresses up for a red carpet occasion. That's all on Splash, the paparazzi's own TV show. John Travolta has just been named in a criminal complaint that reportedly took place in the year 2000. According to reports, the 63-year-old actor is being accused of groping a male masseur's bare buttocks and exposing himself during a deep body massage at the La Quinta Hotel in Palm Springs. The masseur was 21 at the time, and he says that Travolta also made lewd remarks about gay fantasies and even wanted a more intimate rubdown. After the massage was complete, they went into another room where the masseur performed a scrub on the actor, and Travolta allegedly told the young man that he had gotten him excited. They went into a steam room together, and where Travolta allegedly got nude and offered to show him his own massage technique. He began to rub the man's inner thigh and buttocks, and when the masseur left, he reported the incident to the Palm Springs Sheriff's Department. They went to the hotel to speak with John, but he was already checked out. The case was later closed unfounded. It's not the first time Travolta has been accused of sexual misconduct. Donald Trump Jr. has lashed out at George Takei just days after the Star Trek icon was accused of sexually assaulting a former male model while the young man was passed out. The alleged incident took place at his condo in 1981, and Don Jr. took him to task. Back in June, Takei accused Ivanka Trump of playing the victim after an interview she did with Fox and Friends. Don replied with a tweet of his own, saying this didn't age well, and maybe George shouldn't opine about victims ever again. A man named Scott Brunton says George groped him when he was just 24, admitting that it happened a long time ago, but he had never forgotten it. Takei has denied the allegations, saying the event simply did not occur. He even added that he does not know why the model has made these claims now, 36 years later.
Jeremy Piven has finally spoken out, now that more women have come forward to accuse him of sexual misconduct. The Entourage star wrote on his Twitter account that the accusations against him are absolutely false and completely fabricated. He said he would never force himself on a woman and has offered to take a polygraph to support his innocence. He added that he feels compassion for the victims of such acts, but we seem to be entering dark times. Now that allegations are being printed as facts and lives are being put in jeopardy with a hearing, due process, or evidence. The first accusation came against Piven on October 30th from a former Playboy model and reality star. She said Jeremy cornered her in his trailer years ago and groped her breasts and backside. 2 days later, another woman came forward and accused him of predatory behavior at an after-party for the 2011 NBA All-Star Game. A third woman followed, claiming he sexually assaulted her in his hotel room. Ellen DeGeneres is proud of her wife. The TV host tweeted out this simple message after Portia de Rossi posted about the time she auditioned for a Steven Seagal movie. In Portia's tweet, she wrote that the meeting took place at his office and he told her it was important that they had chemistry. So he sat her down and unzipped his leather pants, and Portia ran out and called her agent. The story is slowly making the rounds, and Ellen wants everyone to know that she's proud of Portia for being brave and coming forward. Other women have also accused Steven Seagal of sexual harassment and misconduct, and the action star has yet to respond to any allegations. But now that Ellen's tweeting about him, he might have to say something. Khloe Kardashian stunned followers when she posted this pic to her Instagram account because everyone wants to know what happened to her face. The reality star shared the photo of herself cuddling up to a dog with her makeup immaculately applied, but a lot of users were quick to accuse her of having a nose job. Commenters also questioned if it was just too much Photoshop or some kind of filter, but there's definitely something going on here. In fact, she kind of looks like somebody else. Khloe has yet to publicly confirm that she's pregnant with her first child, but insiders have reportedly told news outlets that she's expecting a baby boy with NBA star Tristan Thompson. Rumor also has it marriage is definitely in the cards, but they're just waiting for the right time to move forward. Of course, nobody knows when that will be.
Take a bow, Colin Kaepernick. The former 49er has just been named GQ's Citizen of the Year, and maybe that means he'll have the last laugh. GQ editors wrote that he's been vilified by millions and locked out of the NFL, all because he took a knee to protest police brutality. They added that he will not be silenced, and his determined stand will put him in that rare company in sports history, as an athlete who risked everything to make a difference. But Colin wasn't the only celeb to get honored. Stephen Colbert was named Bad Hombre of the Year. NBA Finals MVP Kevin Durant was named Champion of the Year. And Gal Gadot was named, to no surprise, the Wonder Woman of the Year.
So this is what a political engagement party looks like. Yep, check out these exclusive photos of MSNBC pundits Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough leaving the home of friend Steve Ratner, where they celebrated their upcoming marriage surrounded by their celebrity friends. Oh, you know, just people like Donnie Deutsch, Gayle King, Mayor Bill de Blasio, Charlie Rose, Senator Chuck Schumer, Martha Stewart, John Kerry, and Reverend Al Sharpton. So you could say it was pretty much an MSNBC work party to some degree. Either way, Mika and Joe looked amazing, and we're happy that they finally came forward and publicly announced their love for one another. Mika and Joe have yet to set a date, but they apparently have some interesting offers for wedding venues, and President Trump even suggested they could get married in the White House.
Still to come, the fallout has begun for actor Ed Westwick following allegations of rape. Meghan Markle officially quit her TV show Suits. Does this mean she's moving to London? And what was Rita Ora thinking when she hit the red carpet looking like this?
The fallout has begun for Ed Westwick. After two women accused him of rape, the BBC said it will not air the upcoming Agatha Christie special Ordeal by Innocence while an investigation proceeds. Filming has also been interrupted on another BBC series starring Westwick, White Gold, which is available outside the UK on Netflix. It's still uncertain what's going to ultimately happen, as Ordeal of Innocence was said to be one of the centerpieces of the BBC's Christmas schedule. The network has released a statement stating that these are serious allegations that Ed Westwick has strenuously denied. They added that the BBC is not making any judgment, but until these matters are resolved, they will not include Ordeal of Innocence in the schedules, and production is paused on White Gold while he deals with these allegations. Westwick has categorically denied the allegations. Less than 24 hours after a New York Times article claimed Louis C.K. masturbated in front of several women, it's being revealed that his new comedy, I Love You, Daddy, will not be released. The company behind the distribution of the film, The Orchard, added that they're reviewing the situation and would decide the next steps. And FX Networks, the network behind his famous show Louis, also responded to the article. They said that they're obviously very troubled by the allegations about Louis C.K., but they have received no allegations of misconduct against the comedian related to any of their 5 shows produced together over the past 8 years. FX added that they take all necessary actions to protect their employees and thoroughly investigate any allegations of misconduct within their workplace. That said, the matter is currently under review. Louis C.K. has yet to address the article.
Gal Gadot might be slowly becoming one of the most powerful actresses in Hollywood, so it's no surprise she wants to use her superpowers to stand up for women. New reports have surfaced claiming that the Wonder Woman star is ready to make a sequel to the blockbuster flick, but she won't step into the titular role if Brett Ratner is involved. A Warner Brothers insider reportedly told Page Six that Brett made a lot of money from the success of Wonder Woman thanks to his company helping finance the first movie. But Gal says she won't sign on for a sequel unless WB buys Brett out of his deal and gets rid of him. She also knows that the studio has to side with her on this issue as it develops, because they can't have a movie rooted in women's empowerment being part financed by a man accused of sexual misconduct against women. When news broke about Ratner, Gal immediately took to Instagram to post her statement. She said bullying and sexual harassment is unacceptable, and she stands by all the courageous women confronting their fears and speaking out. She added that they are all united in this time of change.
Taylor Swift is slowly becoming an unbearable diva, if you believe the new reports. A new report claims that the 28-year-old hitmaker has created extraordinary circumstances surrounding the release for her new promo trail for the album Reputation, and she demands full editorial control over any interview she gives to any publication. She's also reportedly overbearingly protective of her image, taking a page from Beyoncé's playbook, and she makes bold demands and feels she doesn't need to do interviews to sell albums anymore. It's not the first time she's been hit with diva-like demands. Just last year, an insider close to the star claimed that when she travels by private jet and makes her staff present the interior to her specifications, she insists napkins and forks be at a 90-degree angle 1 inch from the plate, and reportedly makes demands just for the sake of it. Swift has been contacted for comment but has yet to give one.
This is coming as no surprise, but Meghan Markle will not be returning to Suits. We hate to break it to you, but the young actress is exiting the series after the show's 7th season, this according to Page 6. Now, does this mean she's ready to move to Kensington Palace? Possibly, but keep in mind that her co-star Patrick J. Adams is also done with the show, so it could just be a coincidence. Either way, it's long been rumored that Meghan is ready to marry Prince Harry, and there has been talks about how she will move to London and take on a life of royalty once she says "I do." And exiting Suits might be the first step. Meghan first started on the USA series back in 2011, and it is how Prince Harry actually found out about her. He was a fan of the series and described her character as his perfect woman. But it sounds like being royalty instead of an actress suits her just fine. When you're Chip and Joanna Gaines, the world is your oyster. But now the question remains, what now? The HGTV couple just finished filming their last episode of Fixer Upper, so they jetted over to Europe and indulged in a little much-needed rest and relaxation. How much rest and relaxation? Well, when they were in Florence, Italy, they made pasta, strolled the streets, and then slept for 15 hours. Joanna wrote that they missed breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon of shopping with friends, but that rest felt good. The Gaines famously quit their home renovation show after 5 seasons, shocking fans that have followed their career since 2013. The couple said they wanted to focus on their family and give their kids a chance to have a normal childhood. Tattoos and kisses were part of the plan for Avril Lavigne and boyfriend J.R. Rodham. We took these exclusive photos of the happy couple as they stopped off at Tattoo Mania in West Hollywood to get a little ink. Avril and JR showed up about 11 in the evening, and even though the shop closes at 2 a.m., they made an exception for the Canadian pop star and stayed open until 5:30 in the morning. We don't know what exactly went down, but it looked like Avril was helping her man pick out some new tattoos. And if you look close, it appears she helped him decide where to put the design on his forearm. So you know things are getting serious, but the real question is, are things getting permanent?
Beautiful, yeah! Whoa! Oh,
Gigi and Bella Hadid holding hands on their way into an event? We'd be tripping too. We caught up to the sisters as they departed Gigi's New York City apartment as they were all dressed up to attend 2017's Glamour Women of the Year Awards. And maybe Gigi just couldn't handle the champagne-colored dress with cascading kimono sleeves while in a pair of Christian Louboutin heels. Thankfully, Bella was by her side. Bella was dressed in a white silk pantsuit with a silver bustier and translucent heels. And when the sisters showed up at the event, they stole the show. Gigi was also an honoree at the show, being recognized as one of the groundbreaking women. Luckily, she didn't break the ground before she got there.
Beautiful, yeah! Whoa! Oh,
Rita Ora must have been running late because she showed up to the 2017 European Music Awards in a bathrobe and towel. Yup, check out the singer as she walked the red carpet in a white bathrobe featuring a thigh-high slit with a towel around her head instead of showing off her luscious locks. But she did class up the look with $7.8 million worth of Lorraine Schwartz diamonds, not to mention a pair of bedazzled heels, so no big deal. Rita served as the evening's host, and even though it looks like she's underdressed for the event, she's actually wearing a robe from the Spring-Summer 2018 collection of Paloma, Spain. But if you thought she would slip into a gown when she took the stage, you'd be wrong. Rita stepped on stage in a shorter version of that robe that cut off at the knee during a performance. And yes, those jewels were still there. Still to come, more like Johnny Depp. The actor is still having some serious money problems. You won't believe how many cigarettes Simon Cowell smokes per day, and can he quit? And is the Duchess of Cambridge the greatest of all time when it comes to maternity fashion? Johnny Depp has unloaded the fifth and final Los Angeles penthouse in his portfolio, this one for $1.4 million. And it sounds like he might have to sell 5 more properties to pay back the money he owes. Yup, the 54-year-old is reportedly still suffering fiscally from his divorce from Amber Heard, and he still has to pay back the business managers that saved him from financial ruin. Reports claim that Depp took a massive loan for the management group, but they say he still owes $4.4 million on the loan, including fees and interest. So they filed legal documents to force the sale of Johnny's properties, all of which are in LA, in order to cover his debts. The actor owns 14 homes in total, but began selling them off in the wake of his split from Amber Heard. And he has 5 homes in the Hollywood Hills worth a collective $19 million. He also owns a villa in Paris, a private island in the Bahamas, plus some homes in West Hollywood. Reports claim he spent $75 million combined on the properties, plus $30,000 per month on wine. Hard to imagine he'd have financial problems.
Caitlyn Jenner continues to reveal secrets, and the latest is one of the most interesting. The 68-year-old TV personality gave an interview to Piers Morgan claiming her ex-wife Kris Jenner knew about her desire to live as a woman, even though Kris has denied that allegation. Caitlyn even goes so far as to say that before marrying Kris and undergoing gender reassignment surgery, she dressed up as a woman with Kris, but it was only on one occasion. Caitlyn added that she definitely told her and was always honest with her former partner. But she does admit that even though Kris knew about her gender identity crisis, neither of them ever thought she would actually go through with the full transition. Caitlyn says it's been 2 years since she spoke with Khloe Kardashian and 1 year since speaking with Kim.
Simon Cowell had a scary fall that sent him to the hospital just a few weeks back, and now he's vowing to take good care of himself. In fact, Simon has ditched vodka from his diet, and he's making a conscious effort to severely cut down on the amount of cigarettes he smokes per day, down from 80 to just 2. Plus, he's vowing to drink more water. Fans were left concerned following news that he had fallen down the stairs in the early morning hours after going to get a glass of milk. He later spoke about the fall and revealed that he had fainted as a result of low blood pressure and vowed to clean up his lifestyle for the sake of his young son. He added that sometimes we get a reminder that we're not invincible, and this was certainly his. Jordin Sparks has had a banner year. Not only did the American Idol alum secretly wed her boyfriend in mid-July, but the newlyweds are also expecting their first child together late next spring. Sparks confirmed the news to People, saying they're both really excited and proud to be married to each other. The couple eloped while on vacation on July 16th with a small group of friends while in Hawaii. They surprised their loved ones with the news of their wedding, then shocked them 1 month later when they found out they were expecting. Sparks added that it's been really crazy because everything changes, and once they got over the initial shock of it, now they're excited to share this amazing thing that's happening. Our congratulations to the happy couple.
Emma Stone is looking for a lost dog, as she was on set filming in Brooklyn, New York. Yep, we caught up to the Oscar winner, who was deep in character as she was hard at work for her new project, Maniac. The upcoming Netflix series is based on a 2014 Norwegian TV show, and it's expected to be a 10-episode series. On this day, we were watching Emma tape up flyers and smoking a cigarette and looking a little confused, to say the least. Director and executive producer Cary Fukunaga was also on set giving out instruction, and if he wants Emma to look lost, a little frumpy, and mildly annoyed, then he's gonna get an epic performance. The series is expected in production shortly before Thanksgiving. So, just how much money do your favorite TV hosts earn in a year? Well, let's put it this way. A whole lot more than you do. Simon Cowell made the 5th spot on the list with $43.5 million in earnings between June 2016 and June 2017. Sure, he makes a pretty penny running his music label, but the bulk of his earnings come from his TV hosting gigs, which just keep adding up. Judge Judy earned a reported $47 million in the past year, putting her at the number 4 spot. She spent 21 seasons on the air, and her show is still watched by an average 10 million viewers. That alone is worth its weight in gold. With $58 million, Ryan Seacrest took the number 3 spot, to no surprise. He's been called the busiest man in show business, with hosting gigs like American Idol, Live with Kelly and Ryan, red carpet events, the New Year's Eve show, his radio show, and the Rio Olympics. Plus, he produces 8 TV shows. So take that! Ellen DeGeneres earned $77 million for the year, with the bulk of her earnings coming from her talk show. But her other business ventures bring in plenty of cash too. Plus, she's heading over to Netflix for her first stand-up special in 15 years. No wonder she's number 2 on the list. Still, all hail Dr. Phil. He's the top earner of the year with a staggering $79 million in earnings. Most of it comes from his show, for which he has a pretty good deal, allowing him to share in the show's ad rev and product placement profits. Guess we shouldn't be too surprised. Oprah Winfrey is his mentor.
The Duchess of Cambridge showed up at the Hornsey Road Children's Centre in London, England, and it's clear to see that she has mastered the maternity look. Kate was wearing a very sleek cream coat from the designer company, Goat, and it's not the first time she's donned the look. She first wore the item back in 2013, and this time around she paired it with black knee-high boots and a coordinating clutch, and she looks amazing. It was a run-of-the-mill royal visit, but since she's pregnant with her 3rd child, the world is watching her every move. The Duchess had to postpone her first scheduled visit due to her severe morning sickness, which was one of the reasons she had to announce her pregnancy early. Either way, she shows that style never fades, and if you look close, you can kind of see a blossoming baby bump. Like we've said many times before, nobody does it like Kate. Honk honk, or honk honk? Check out the hottest gift of the year, the New York City Taxi Drivers 2018 calendar. And after just a few glimpses, you'll agree that these cabbies deserve a big tip. The calendar is all in good fun, and it sells for $14.99, with a portion of the proceeds going to the nonprofit University of Settlement, which provides a range of services and support to low-income families and immigrants in the community. Cabbies from 7 different countries are featured, and each photo looks pretty tasty. So it's no surprise that to date, sales of the calendar has already resulted in over $60,000 in donations. Where do we slip the $1 bill? That's all the time we have for this week, with thousands of photographers stationed around the world. Who will we snap next? To find out, tune in next week to Splash, the paparazzi's own TV show.